Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Waiver Wire Hustle. Today's episode, we will give you a rundown of some key players we think you should target for your fantasy hockey team in week 4. These will be some under-rostered guys that might help you win your matchup or maybe even win your league. However, before we kick this off, I have a question for everyone. I'm curious to know what you guys think about the postponed games. Do you think they'll eventually be made up, or will the league just call them off because there won't be enough time? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But anyways, with all that being said, let's jump right into it. To start things off, we got Vincent Trocheck of the Carolina Hurricanes. Trocheck has been off to a solid start. So far he has put up 7 points in 8 games while logging an average of 18 minutes of ice time. Even coach Rob Brindamore had some good things to say about the player, who seems to be fitting in pretty nicely in Carolina. I'd also like to let you guys know that Trocheck is a player who has the potential to have a bounce back year, as it seems like he's finally healthy again. Let's just remember that 3 years ago he quietly scored 30 goals and recorded 75 points. He is currently on the top power play in Carolina and should provide you with some good multi-category stats as he gets a good amount of shots and hits. We recommend targeting Trocheck as he has a safe floor and should provide you with some good value in both the short term and the long term. Next up, we have defenseman Ty Smith of the New Jersey Devils. Smith is one of the Devils' most talented young prospects, as he has been dominating in his years down in the WHL. He will look to continue his solid play in the NHL now. The Poised defenseman has jumped out to a solid start and has shown some early promise as he currently sits in second place for rookie scoring, having 8 points in his first 9 games. He has seen time on both power play units and leads New Jersey Devils defensemen in total power play time. He's been averaging close to 17 minutes of ice time per game and has the potential to have that number go up if he keeps up his solid play. Smith is one of those defenders that offers solid points upside, but that heavily relies on him being on the power play. However, do keep in mind that he does not provide much in terms of peripheral stats, so if you're in a banger league, you could look elsewhere. I also want to let you know that he is currently on the Devils' COVID protocol list and might miss some time. Overall though, Smith has the potential to be a solid long-term add, so if you're in the need for a defenseman who gets some points, we recommend adding Ty Smith. Our next pickup suggestion is Nick Ritchie of the Boston Bruins. Ritchie has been off to a great start this season, picking up 4 goals and 9 points in 10 contests. It helps that he's averaging 15 minutes and 56 seconds of ice time, which would be a career high for him if he maintains that throughout the season. More importantly though, is that he is seeing time on the top power play unit alongside some great players. In fact, 7 of his 9 points have been recorded on the power play. To put that in perspective, he ranks in the top 10 in the league in power play points, but he's not even in the top 250 in the league in even strength points. That kind of reliance on the power play might not be sustainable, but for now it does seem like he's found a nice role with the Boston Bruins. Another plus with Ritchie is that he does provide some good peripheral stats, with hits and shots, giving him a decent overall floor. As long as his ice time stays high and he sticks on that top power play unit, Ritchie should be a great addition to your fantasy hockey team, especially in the short term. For our next recommendation, we have Mikhail Granlund of the Nashville Predators. The 28-year-old has been off to a nice start to the season, with 3 goals and 3 assists in 7 games. Granlund has been one of the more consistent Nashville players and is worth a pickup. As of right now, he's on the top line with Matt Duchene and Philip Forsberg, while also seeing time on the second power play unit. Overall, Granlund gets a good amount of ice time, as he is currently seeing an average of 21 minutes per game. Granlund should be on Fantasy GM's radars, as he is putting up solid numbers so far, while being widely available in almost 90% of Yahoo leagues. And for our final pickup suggestion, we have Alexander Texia of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Texia currently has 4 goals and 3 assists in 12 games. Although it's nothing special as of right now, the addition of Patrik Laine could potentially increase Texia's value. Texia is on both the top line and top power play with Laine, and if the two could build some chemistry together, look for Texia's value to increase. So far, Texia has been averaging 17 minutes and 44 seconds of ice time. He has both center and left wing eligibility while only being rostered in 14% of Yahoo leagues. If you're looking for a potential sleeper, we recommend adding Texia. If anything, just pin him to your watch list and keep your eyes on him for a few games to see if him and Laine start clicking. And that's it for this week's episode of Waiver Wire Hustle. Remember to tune into next week's episode, and if you can, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and feel free to leave your comments. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day.